Mick then went to Dublin and did the Irish Film Centre in Dublin, and I was at a few other things there, and he made a great success of the Film Centre in Dublin, and then to see him come back to Cork and be struggling here with it, just trying to fill the place. It was,
or even keep it going.
Or keep it going. As Mick said, it had never made a profit, and I'm as I said, Mick has a heart of gold, and he loves the cinema. He loves the cinema, but he's just not getting the support to do it. And this should be the spark to get that support running in a much stronger way for what he's trying to do for cinema in Cork.
So what do you think can be done?
Financially, there's a whole load of people to be tapped, and even though times are hard, I imagine that the little that people will give will go a long way towards saving what Mick is trying to do and to build on it in hopefully in a new building. But even if just the old building is kept open, that'll be around too.
Well, I was quite overwhelmed by the meeting. I mean, this time last week I was, holding my head in my hands really and saying, it's been interesting, we lasted 13 years, but there you go, the game is up. And in the past couple of days with Facebook and the number of telephone calls, the number of offers of support, and the fact that we had to move the meeting from the Kino into the Opera House, and there was about 400 people in there right now. It's all a bit, it's hard to take in really the level of support there is, and where I was despondent last week, I'm now quite feeling very positive about the future possibilities of the Kino. It'll have to change, of course, perhaps a new structure, but I think in terms of an art house facility for Cork for the ongoing future, I think the prospects are quite good. We have difficulties, we have debts to clear, we have a lot of work to do, but with people's involvement, the enthusiasm, the energy that was evident in the room today, I think it's realistic, I think it's possible. Months and months. I mean, I've strung it out for as long as I could, and perhaps I should have been more upfront and been more open about it, because I can well imagine the news coming, as quite a shock to people. But what twisted my hand in it in particular was the fact that there was a High Court action and the City Sheriff chasing me and stuff like that, so I had to go public. In retrospect, perhaps I should have put the word out there earlier, but at least now there is, it's been confirmed for me that there is a great deal of support for the Kino. We have 4 weeks breathing space to get our act together, to involve other expertise, to get people's advice, to put a plan for the future together, and all leading towards saving and retaining and building upon the Kino.
Years to come?
Well, the timing is bad, and that there's a lot on. But on the other hand, people are now focused on cinema and on what access to independent cinema means to them. So be it if the two things coincide. In terms of what it means for the festival in the future, if there was a multi-screen art house cinema in Cork that Cork Film Festival could use, I think it would be wonderful for the growth of the festival. At the moment we use the Kino, we use the Triskel, we use the Opera House, we use the Gate, and the festival is quite diverse. But imagine the additional programming possibilities, the marketing possibilities of having a really vibrant festival in one venue with shorts in one screen, documentaries in another, independent cinema in another, people having coffee in the cafe in between screenings. I think it would add to a whole sense of renewed dynamic around the festival, and it could only be good for the festival. On the other hand, the alternative is pretty bleak. If the festival didn't have an art house screen available to it, but was hiring out screens in the Gate or the Opera House, great though they are, additional facilities that the Kino development promised would be wonderful.
What are your thoughts on?
Absolutely, I totally, fully agree with that. We screened 2 Made in Cork programmes during the festival. It's not sufficient for the level of interest that's there. It doesn't accommodate all of the excellent films that were submitted. We selected only 16 short films for that section. We could have gone 24. There is no doubt about that. The work is out there, the activity is out there, and Cork Film Festival and the Made in Cork section within that is not sufficient to reflect the level of activity and the degree of expertise that's in operation in the filmmaking scene in Cork. I fully support the proposal that there be regular screenings. The Kino, as currently structured, cannot do that. We have a 35mm projector, we have no digital projector, but in any revamped, any developed Kino, it would have to have the facilities to screen and represent locally made work, and I fully agree with the proposal, and it's a source of concern to me that within Cork Film Festival we're not fully representing the spread and talent of work that's out there.